share screen. You guys are gonna see all my craziness. All right, let's just go to my desktop. Do this, do this. Now I'm gonna do from beginning. All right. You guys see that? Does it take up your whole screen?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So if you guys have questions, I'm not going to mute anybody because there's not a lot of loudness going on in the background. If you're on the phone, cool thing is if you're dialed in, I'll post this recording so you can see the slides later. I'm a visual learner, so I like to do this once a month, and we had so many new coaches join us in the past couple weeks. Yay, that's so awesome, because that means our team is growing because you guys are adding coaches. It's not, you know, it's a team effort. So I love to do these Zooms so everyone can kind of hop on. One, because, you know, getting on the phone is kind of scary for coaches, and I've seen a lot of brand new coaches signing coaches. So when you're a brand new coach and you're signing a coach, you're not even really sure where to be getting started. So this is just something I said, we'll do these once a month, we'll record them, and then, you know, you'll see different leaders doing these too. So that'll be really fun. So I just want to start off with you guys and saying, I'm Missa. You can't see me unless you're watching the videos. I can see my videos on the side, but I am your Star Diamond upline, and I'm the, you know, the creator, I guess, of Team Fit Hoots, because I love owls, and that's what I came up with when I became a coach, and I started adding people to my team. And, you know, it's kind of nerve-wracking when you start adding people, and, you know, you yourself might just be a discount coach, or you might not know exactly what you should be doing in this business and all of that. So I'm actually going to begin muting some people. If you know how to mute yourself, just because I do hear some like background. And I guess for the recording, it would be good if we didn't have that. Okay. So, you know, so if you're a new coach and, you know, you might be afraid to invite people to join you as a coach, or even in your challenge group, because you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing as a coach. So this is pretty much the magic formula. I know a lot of you, if you've joined our team, you've seen a lot of food pictures, you've seen Shakeology pictures, you've seen sweaty pics, and that is really what Beachbody is about, is sharing the journey, sharing your nutrition, sharing your fitness, having that team of support behind you, and that's where you're going to have success. And that is pretty much what, you know, what you're going to see when you're a part of a coaching, you know, the coaching community, is you're going to see a lot of people with Shakeology on your timeline. You're going to friend these people part of the team, and you're going to start thinking like, oh my God, there's so much Beachbody stuff. My friends can see all of this, but they can't. Like, you have to remember that. I remember when I became a coach, I started following all these coaches, and I started comparing myself, and I started saying, oh man, they're going to see her, or they're going to see her or him, and he's already you know, a huge successful coach. So I just started comparing myself right away as a brand new coach. And you don't want to do that. You want to remember that your newsfeed is now filled with support. It's filled with other coaches doing exactly what you're doing, on the same mission to help people to get their own health and fitness results. And you have to remember that as a new coach. Not everyone's seeing all these coaches just because your timeline has become infiltrated with Beachbody stuff. So look at it as, this is your support. I was on the phone with a coach the other day, and I said, you know, thank God for my challenge groups, because I'm getting notified every couple minutes that someone's checking in, or every hour or so, and that's keeping me on track. So if you start feeling that overwhelming, like all these groups and all this stuff, like take a breath and just be like, wow, like I'm a part of some awesome community. I don't have to go to a gym to get this. And sometimes you go to the gym and you don't have that supportive community. So, you know, embrace it and change your mindset a little bit, and take a deep breath, and don't let yourself get overwhelmed with all the stuff that you're seeing. Just know that your coaches out there are sharing their journey, and you should just duplicate that. You don't want to be putting out pictures of, you know, 21 Day Fix, like stock photos and stuff like that. You want to be sharing your journey, you know, why you are doing this for yourself. That doesn't mean you can't talk about the 21 Day Fix or Shakeology, but you don't want to be using the stock photos. You want to be putting yourself out there. And that was one of the cool things about the, you know, Fit Hoots challenge we did this month is I see people putting themselves out there, and you're getting responses from your friends who are following you, and they might not even be on your radar yet with what you're doing with your fitness. So before we go off onto that stuff, new coaches, I just want to kind of break this down, what this looks like. The Shakeology monthly pricing, now that you are a coach, is going to be around $99. It's a little bit different for everybody, plus your coaching fee. So you're going to see coming out of your account each month $115, $117, and that is your business service fees and your Shakeology. If you want to make changes to your Shakeology, if you want to put a different flavor on there, you can do that by going into your back office and selecting the there's a tab where you can edit your Shakeology preference. You can call, you can do the chat. I just do the file thing. I just go to my back office, click it, fill it in. They do want to know your order date. I know a lot of coaches are like, how do I know my order date? So it's whenever you ordered your challenge pack, it will ship every 30 days on that date. So if you remember that date. If not, your coach can look it up for you. You can look it up in your orders as well. So this is how, what is going on with your coach account right now is you're 25% off everything. You're 25% commissions. Once you get to Emerald, you guys are going to start having that option to have a team cycle bonus. So that's really exciting. I'm going to move I don't know where your guys' videos are, but I can see everyone. It's covering up my screen. All right, so what is the $15.95? I have new coaches say, I'm just going to be a discount coach. Can I put my $15.95 on hold? And I say to them, no. I mean, you can't do that. You can't put that on hold. It runs your 4 websites. Think of it this way, you guys. If anyone, even if you don't want to sell or post about challenge groups, one of your girlfriends might say, hey, I want to get that. Or one of your friends might ask you, like, what's that shake that you're drinking? And they just send them your link. That's a referral. I mean, you make money off of just that too. So, don't always think that, hey, I'm never going to tell anybody about this. Like, I'm not going to ever share my link with anybody. I mean, because you'll be surprised, because I was kind of like that at first too. So the 3 vital behaviors are pretty much our Bible in Beachbody. This is what we have to do to make sure our business is, and we are constantly growing. So obviously, you're active on Shakeology. You're doing a fitness and health program right now. You're part of a challenge group, hopefully, or you're about to be a part of a challenge group with your coach. I'm doing the Shamrock and Shred, if you guys want to jump in that. And you are posting about it. You're sharing it. You're doing your personal development. And this is why I did the Fit Hooch Challenge this month, is because this is something a lot of new coaches skip completely. And I'm guilty of it too. I put it off for probably 2 years. I would be here and there. When I first became a coach, I loved the compound effect. I recommend that. I read GoPro. I had a few good books. And then, it became something I pushed off to the side. I was like, I don't have time for this. I barely have time to do anything else. I'm not going to read. I'm just not a good reader. So then, my coach started telling me, hey, stop. The reason you're not growing your business is because you're not growing yourself. You're not learning how to overcome these fears and these excuses that you have. So that's where personal development came in. So we have a list on our team page. One that I recommend, which Brittany Leggett is holding here, is Rock Your Network Marketing Business. Brittany Leggett is an amazing coach, top 10 coach. You should look her up. She has an awesome page. And she is probably a coach that you'd want to mimic, or, not mimic, but be inspired by, because she's so real. She puts herself out there. Plus the inviting. I mean, if you're a coach, people aren't just going to come to you. No one just came to me and said, hey, you're a coach now, help me. I mean, maybe I did have some friends who were kind of being a little smart alecky about it. And I was like, okay, I'll help you. What do you want to do? What are your fitness and health goals? You have to be ready and willing to invite, to be to be a coach, because not inviting is not going to grow your business at all. You could do all your workouts, you can get all the results, and you could be doing your personal development. You could be knocking everything else out of the ballpark, but if you're not asking someone to be a part of your free challenge, if you're not inviting someone to try Shakeology, if you're not inviting someone to hear the coach opportunity, your business is never going to grow. And some coaches are completely fine with that, and they just want 25% off. That's great. That's totally fine. But I think as you become a coach, it naturally happens where you start being more inspired by the opportunity because you're around coaches who are having success. You are around coaches who are paying things off, who are earning Success Club trips. You're starting to see that, and you're like, well, I'm already doing it, so what is it that I really have to do to take it up a notch? And I think we all have that moment, and as a brand new coach, I rarely have coaches come on board who say, I'm going to be 15-star, and I'm ready to do this right now. I mean, maybe like one or two over the years, but then I think they realize it's, they have to find their pace and decide and figure out their why. And we'll get into that too. But I wanted to just kind of go over your business means your rules. Let me turn my sound off. So there's 3 different ways you can kind of come into this business. And it's not an official title or anything, but it kind of helps you decide. It helps you create your vision for what you want to do with your Beachbody business. You can be the discount coach, you love Shakeology, you make 0 sales, you just pay for your fees each month, and you get your 25% off your product. Every once in a while, you might have a friend, or you might tell someone, hey, I sell that, or hey, yeah, you can get, a free, you can get Shakeology, don't combine it together if you use my code. That's how I started. I was so pumped about the challenge pack that I just told my friends, I got this challenge pack, and it came with the Shakeology because I was already spending a big chunk of change on just Shakeology. So when I found out that I could get the workout, and at that time the menu planners and stuff, In Demand wasn't even a part of it, so that even beefed it up even more. I had no problem. I led with my excitement. So if you're scared to talk about challenge packs, you guys, that's how you started. Lead with that excitement. Say, this is such a good value. How could I have not done this? But anyway, hobby coach. So this is what I obviously moved into pretty quickly after I finished my first challenge group. I tell my new coaches, really be a part of your first challenge group. Really show up in that challenge group, you guys. This is your opportunity to build, your results that you're going to share. And I have coaches who won't even tell anyone they're doing the coaching, won't say anything because they're afraid they're going to fail in their fitness and health journey. They're afraid that they're not going to do good. And I'm like, you're just leaving yourself out. You're leaving yourself the excuse to not show up. And you started this journey because of your fitness and health. So make sure you're showing up in your challenge group your first month as a coach. You're reading your personal development, showing up in the challenge group, and obviously giving the new coach training a good shot to really know which one of these you want to go with. But the hobby coaches are a lot of us. We have full-time jobs. We love the products. We're excited. We're sharing it. We have no problem putting it on social media, and we want to earn extra money. All right. Obviously, you can be in between all of these. That was me for a while. And then I started seeing coaches that were signing up a little bit before me, killing it. And then coaches who signed up after me, killing it, paying off debt and building their houses. And I was like, I want that. I started getting inspired. I was not happy in my job. And I started just thinking I could do this. I watched my coach, 15-star diamond, Meg Wazinski. If you guys follow her, you definitely should follow her. I'll post her name because it's probably going to be hard for you to spell it out. But she's my coach. And, I watched her. I slept on her apartment floor 5 years ago, when I met her. And now she's building her dream home, has a kid, $1 million earner. I watched her do this, and I was like, why not me? Why not me? She had access to the same things we have access to, and I know that for a fact because she's one of my best friends, that I said to myself, why not me? So I decided to be a business builder, but I kind of lied to myself for a year, calling myself a business builder, and I was still a hobby coach. So, you'll find your way through these. A business builder is all in. Like, your why. You have something that's driving you so deep that like, you don't care. You'll be on every training. You'll show up in every group. You want this to work so bad, either because people are doubting you. I had people doubting me, and it pushed me harder. And then, or you have such, you want to pay for the things for your kids. You want to leave your job. You want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, these are, obviously you're not going to sign up as a coach and probably be a business builder, but it does happen. So guys, think about this, because in the group, in our 10-day group, I want to ask you after the 10 days, and you can kind of let some of this stuff, sink in a little bit. Where do you feel like you want to go? And I ask you to give it the 10-day group, because from there, we can put you into a self-guided training. So it's only 10 days that you need to focus and be, showing up. And then the next phase is going to be self-guided. So you could, if you can't show up a day, or you have to, rearrange your schedule, or you get a little behind, you show up on your own pace. And if you're that business builder mentality, you're going to blow through it. You'll probably do a couple days at a time, because some of the days are very short. But if you're someone who 10 days for you is like, oh man, that time commitment is making me really nervous, but I really want to figure out what this is about, and I really want to give this a shot, then the 10 days might seem pretty nerve-wracking to you. But I tell you what, you guys, if you just give us the 10 days to really invest and learn some of the basic things for this business, you are going to have so much more success quicker. And I see what happens with new coaches is they wait to start, and they don't create a vision for themselves. They don't set goals, and they leave themselves that option to be an excuse, to use it as an excuse. Well, this is just too busy for me. I've seen what that 10 days is like. I just can't do it. But the thing is, it's always harder in the beginning. Figure it, like the first week you guys did 21-day fix. How many people were perfect on the containers? Not me. I sucked. It took me like probably one whole round, 21 days, to finally get those dang things right. So I almost needed another round just to feel like I did it right. So you have to, give yourself the time in the beginning. It's going to take a little bit extra time, but I want you guys to know, once you let this stuff sink in and you learn your foundation, you lay this foundation, then you can make such a better choice to move forward with how you want to run your business. So you want to have a big dream. You want to set some goals for yourself, going into this. Where do you see yourself as a coach in the next 60 days? What type of income would you like to be bringing into your family? Or what are your fitness results if you're not driven in that way? So have a vision for yourself. Do you want to be Emerald in the first 30 days? Do you want to hit Success Club this month? So that brings us to, okay, how do you have this vision, you figure out your goals, you decide which route you want to go, but how do you get that story out there? Like, how do you start telling people about this? So this is the things, if you were on the National Wake Up Call today, she was talking about Instagram. I built my business on Facebook, and I have a very good following on Facebook for my like page. And this year, since I went public on my profile, I have noticed a huge boom in my personal page as well. So if you're not public because of some reason you don't want people to see certain stuff, I get it, but I held myself back for like 3 years in my business because I decided I didn't want to be public. And I just said this year, I'm going for it. So you still have the option to block things and save some albums can only be just friends. You have privacy settings within Facebook that you can still hone in a little bit. Like, no one can see my friends list. No one can see some of my albums. And I do have people blocked. So you can still kind of, shelter it from certain people if that's an issue. But be public on your page, guys, and be posting about diverse things. They said that on the Wake Up Call today about Instagram is, you need to be having 3 to 5 things. Like, I don't want to come to your page, and I see new coaches do this because they're so freaking excited. It's like beach party, beach party, beach party, beach party, beach party. And it's not saying, that you're putting stock photos or whatever. It's mostly like Shakeology, workout, sweaty pic, Shakeology, sweaty pig, Shakeology. It's like, where did you go? It's almost like the Jamboree lady or the Scentsy people who like our friends completely become someone else. And we don't think that we're just working out and posting these pictures and stuff, but it almost kind of is the same noise that you feel like you might be getting from some of your friends who sign up and do that. So make sure you're being like, people know. So when you do post your workout, they know that what program you're doing, but it's not like spread out over 3 posts in your day. You have concise things that make you you. Reason why you have these people on your friends list is it your faith. I recently started sharing my faith the past 2 years and have brought amazing women into my life, into our team. Is it your family? I've seen amazing pictures with you guys sharing your kids working out with you, fashion, fitness, freedom, whatever it is, sports. I never used to share sports stuff, but since meeting Aaron, he's a huge baseball fan. So I, started posting more sports stuff. I got into sports pages on Facebook. I'm in like 3 Chicago Cubs pages, and I met the girls in there. And it's cool to like have other interests. So when you meet people who like the things you like, I used to post the Chicago Cubs thing, and I get like 3 people like it. Then I started going into groups and actually meeting people with the same interests of Chicago Cubs, like other women, and friending them. And then they would start seeing my stuff, so they would start liking my stuff. So it went from like 2 people, because I really didn't have that big of an audience in that area, to then me putting effort into finding more people in that niche. And now I put posts up and I maybe get 20, 30 likes. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys, is you have these other things about yourself that you're going to connect with people on other than health and fitness. So think about that right now. Write down your 5 things that you want to start putting out there about yourself. And that includes your fitness and your nutrition and your health. But that's not going to be what everything is. So I want to talk about, I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but it doesn't give me a timer until we have 10 minutes left. So I want to talk to you guys about the Health 3 and Get Yours Free program. And this is something that essentially, if you connect 3 people to Shakeology, to a challenge pack, you're doing one of 2 or 3 things. One thing is you're going to hit Success Club if you help 3 people with a challenge pack. All right, over here you're going to see new customers, new coaches. It's going to break down what Success Club means, because you're going to hear me say, if you help 3 people with a challenge pack, you hit Success Club. Hitting Success Club every single month of your business guarantees you home direct leads from the company, which means you're going to be given customers who order Shakeology on Home Direct, who order the Performance line on Home Direct, who order Activate and challenge packs on like the Home Direct options. You're going to get customers like that by hitting Success Club. So helping 3 people every month is helping you hit Success Club. Success Club also earns you vacations. I have been on every vacation through Beachbody since I became a coach because I've made Success Club a non-negotiable in my business. And that was even when I first started, you guys. I didn't even know what Success Club was. I was so freaking pumped about it, about just being a coach, that I was sharing my Brazil butt lift journey and my Shakeology recipes. And my friends would say, oh, I have that workout, or I have this. And I'd reach out to them. Have you tried the Shakeology? Do you want to be in my group? I'm going to do a fitness group. And I tell them, this is how I got started. I got a challenge pack. And they would buy the challenge pack. And my coach told me one day, you're at Success Club. I'm like, okay, like, what does that mean? So I pretty much learned what Success Club was, backdooring it. I didn't know what I was really doing. I was just so pumped. But I want you guys to know that hitting the Success Club every single month is going to earn you vacations. I've been to Disney. Punta Cana is next year, but I went on a cruise. I'm leaving it on another cruise next month. And then we went to Cancun last summer, or this time. They always go around this time. But it's just because I made Success Club a non-negotiable and I hit it every month. I think I have like 36 months in the business. That is what's helped me leave my job. That is what's helped me, survive this divorce this year, going down from 2 incomes to just my own. And that is seriously what gives me these awesome prizes every month. In September, Success Club, if you hit it by helping 3 people, you got free P90X, P90X2, and P90X Plus. So I got 3 boxes at my house with all the P90X programs for free. And what it means when you get yours free is essentially if you help 3 people every month, you are paying for your Shakeology. So I have coaches, some of my most successful leaders, like Jill, she signed up just to she started doing this just because she wanted her Shakeology free. And now she's one of our top leaders. She, loves it. She sees the benefit, and she's like, I see what this is doing for me, and I'm helping other people, and I'm connecting with more people. And she, it clicked with her. And that's how it is with everybody. It clicks. But if you kind of wait to even go for it, it fades. So that's why I'm excited that you guys jumped on and we can talk so you can get started and, get out there and help 3 people. And the other things that Success Club is going to give you guys is the Success Starters program. If you hit your first 3 months, like if you're a brand new coach and you sign up in the past 30 days, your first month, they let it go into the next month, I believe. So I think they give it a window. But if you hit Success Club your first 3 months, you get a ticket to Nashville for Summit for free. All right. Now, anyone else has to go on the wait list because this sold out like within 3 days. I've been to every summit since I've been a coach. I think my first summit left me in awe. I just looked around. It was in Vegas, and I was just like, I cannot believe I'm a part of something like this. Like, I cannot believe this is even possible. Plus, you get the recognition. I love to do shout outs in our team. I'm doing them weekly. We have our top 10. And that the top 10, if you guys are like, what are these numbers? Are those numbers, the 400, 500 club, the numbers you see after our names, that is your volume. That is the product that your customers are purchasing and you are selling, and you're connecting with your customers. So that is the amount of volume you sold that week. Volume equals, usually what the price of the product was. So if you just got your Shakeology build that week and it's 90, that's your volume for the week. But if you see people up there with like 400, 500, 600 volume, you know that they're connecting people with products. They're connecting people with Challenge Pack, Shakeology. So that's how you become a top volume producer in the top 10. The Success Club points, obviously, you guys, we went over that. You saw how to earn those. You get 2 points for every Challenge Pack, 1 point for every Shakeology Home Direct. And they actually do a point now if you sell the, I believe it's the Performance Line Recover and Energize kit on HG. So that is also a point too. So, we're wrapping up here, guys, in just a minute, but I wanted to we just got the 10-minute warning. So we're about 20 minutes in. Thank you guys for hanging on, because I know this is like, whoa, a lot of information. But I wanted to just go over how all of this comes together, how you make this business work, how you keep it organized, and that is doing the power of 3s. All right? Every coach is like, man, I spent a long time doing things that were not productive in my business, and I would call it work time. And that was pretty much stalling my success. I wasn't putting my energy in the areas where I was going to see the most growth in my business. And that is right up here. We have the Daily Rockstar checklist. You're adding 3 to 5 people to your contact list daily. So, start going through all your contacts, making that list of people. My coach had me make a list of 100 people. And I drug my feet for probably a year or more, until I finally just sat down and opened up my friends list and started looking at all the names and writing them down and saying, oh, you know what, I've actually reached out to them, and I've reached out to them and talked to them. I haven't talked to her. Maybe I should. And it started getting my, my juices flowing of who I could even start reaching out to at first. But, if you haven't even, new coaches, if you haven't even done that, start making your list. Start make a list of at least 25 to 50 people at first. And keep building on that until you have at least 100. of people who, you might have a list of people right now that you're already like, oh, I got to talk to her. I know she would be great, or she would love this. Or friends or family members that you think who would benefit from Shakeology. My mom right away, I started talking to her about Shakeology. It took her a few years to even want to consider using it. And then when she started using it, her doctor said, I don't know what you've changed, but don't stop. And that was when she was using her Shakeology. So what else do you do, in your business time? I like to add, I always add 3 people. I'm connecting with 3 people to challenge groups. I'm following up with people. And you'll see 3, because you have to have a goal. Like, you have to have a number. Now, if you want to grow this faster, do 10. If you want to grow this, if you want to be in your first year and you want to be a 15-star diamond, people have done it. I mean, quadruple this list. That means you are so ready to step out of your comfort zone. And you're so ready to just start talking to strangers. Some people, it takes a little bit longer. So 3 is a good, comfortable number to, get started with this. Talk to 3 people. I say in the beginning, talk to 3 people at least a week about this opportunity. Share with them what you're doing, connecting with people and saying, hey, how are you doing? And, how are the kids? And, don't just attack your friends list and start saying like, hey, I became a Beachbody coach and I wanted to know if you'd like to be a part of my team. That's kind of crazy. But, whatever you feel comfortable with, I think, connecting with people, asking them genuine questions, forming them, asking them about family, asking them about their occupation, how their job is doing, asking them about their relationships. If they're married, how's their marriage going, or how's their husband doing, or, and then deliver your message to them. That's what forming means, guys. You're not just going in there and tackling them with, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? Now, if you're posting your journey and you're sharing your pictures and your Shakeology and you have people who are commenting and liking, look at those people and message them. Those are the people you should be connecting with every day. Hey, thanks for liking my picture. Thanks for commenting on my Shakeology post. Have you ever tried it? That is the people you want to be connecting with. If you have 20, 30 likes on your pictures, guys, hey, when it's your time for your power hour and you sit down, those are the people that you should be connecting with. That's who I always start with. So this is going on right now, our Team Cup. I'm going to just skip that slide. But I also wanted to tell you guys about important trainings that you are going to have access to. We're obviously doing our 10-day focus training after this. So after you watch this, we're going to have our 10 days together. I'm going to help you set up a foundation, get you in your back office and getting your website set up, all that good stuff. But we also have the National Wake Up Call, which is every Monday at 11 a.m. And we have our Coach Basics in the back office. You're going to see crazy different trainings that come up with our team and our uplines team. So the Rank in the Bank was a fun training from top coaches. So we have access to that. And then we have our team training website. So if you're a new coach, you've got a welcome email. And it tells you how to get to the team training website, checking out, getting connected to the new coach training, all of that stuff. You can even order a team shirt on there. So guys, that's it. I'm going to stop share and I want to see if anyone has any questions. No? No questions? Do you guys just want to talk for 5 minutes? No, I'm just kidding. You guys want to chat? Nobody wants to ask a question? Well, that's good. Was anyone like fired up and like wanting to hit Success Club? Valerie already hit Success Club. Who already hit Success Club? Who already hit Success Club yet? All right, so we need some people aiming for Success Club. Carrie wants to hit Success Club, right? Did you already? Oh, I can't hear you. Boo. I unmuted you. That's okay. Can we hear you now? Say something. No, I can't hear you. It must be something with your speaker not set up. You'll have to figure it out for your call later. She's like, I just got this today and I've never used it before. So guys, if you don't have any questions and we're good to go, we have 3 minutes left. Does anyone want to share something that they're nervous or scared about with coaching, or put it in the chat if you can't? Anything that, if you've been a coach that you're struggling with, or that you want to just get off your chest, and I can kind of bring some ease at all. Because I know as a new coach it's kind of overwhelming and scary, but I don't want you to feel that way. So now that we have this opportunity, and don't think you're alone. I think I heard you for a second, Carrie. Okay, I guess not. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If no one wants to, it's always so quiet. Sometimes, you guys are active. I think it's too early in the afternoon. Did anyone get their workout in yet? No? Dang, we're all behind today. I have to do mine too. All right, guys, well, thanks for hopping on. I will put this recording in the group. If you have questions, please post them to the group, and then I can respond to them for you. But I'm excited. Me and Terry are going to be running this new coach training. Wave, Terry, so everyone knows who you are. We're going to be running this together, so it's going to be really fun. And I just ask for 15 minutes for you guys to show up each day, give this some time, and know this is not going to, just like our fitness, it's not going to pop off overnight, but consistency over time, you're going to start seeing results. And I know some of you are already seeing that in your businesses, because I see it. I see you guys who are consistently showing up, and it's starting to blossom for you, and that's exciting. So thank you guys for hopping on. Have a great President's Day, and I'll see you in the group. Bye.